Portrayal of mental illness in Victorian literature. In Victorian literature, the portrayal of mental illness often reflected societal attitudes, stereotypes, and limited understanding of psychological disorders prevalent during that era. Several themes and portrayals of mental illness can be observed in Victorian literature. Asylums and confinement. Many Victorian novels depicted characters with mental health issues being confined to asylums or institutions. These institutions were often portrayed as bleak and oppressive places, reflecting the harsh realities faced by individuals struggling with mental illness during that time. Stigmatization and misunderstanding. Victorian literature often stigmatized mental illness, portraying characters with conditions such as depression, anxiety, or hysteria as morally weak, morally corrupt, or even dangerous. Mental health issues were frequently misunderstood, and individuals suffering from them were sometimes ostracized or considered societal outcasts. Depiction of madness. Characters experiencing mental illness were often depicted as mad or insane, exhibiting erratic behavior, delusions, or hallucinations. These portrayals contributed to sensationalized and dramatic representations of mental health issues rather than accurate depictions of the complexities of these conditions. Gender and mental health. Victorian literature frequently associated mental illness with specific gender roles. Women, in particular, were often portrayed as vulnerable to conditions such as hysteria, a catch all diagnosis at the time that encompassed various emotional and psychological issues, reinforcing gender stereotypes and societal expectations. Treatment and recovery. Victorian literature occasionally explored various treatments or attempts at recovery for characters with mental illness, including questionable medical practices or attempts to cure them through rest, isolation, or other unconventional methods prevalent during that period. Authors like Charlotte Bronte in Jane Eyre with the character Bertha Mason and Charles Dickens in Great Expectations with Miss Havisham provide examples of how mental illness was depicted in Victorian literature. However, it's important to note that these portrayals were often influenced by the limited understanding and societal perceptions prevalent during the Victorian era, and they may not align with contemporary understanding and sensitivity toward mental health issues. Thanks.